How are you all doing, Interland? My name is Coach Armand, and in today's training, we're simply going to come to you as a family and as a team to show you how to build whatever you're building bigger, quicker, and easier than you currently are. And today's training is 7 steps to having a smoking testimonial that will attract people to you faster and easier than you're currently doing it. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and because we always like to start with the basics are just like this. I'm going to have a gentleman who's out of New York come out and basically go ahead and give you a little bit of information, just some mind food before we get into this training. So, Action out of New York. Are you there, my friend?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you just give us a little bit of mind food?
Okay. Well, let's see where we're gonna take this. First of all, my name's my name is Anthony Jackson, also known AKA as Action Jackson. And the reason why I kind of get that title is like I'm always subconsciously programming my mind to always take action, not to be able to just listen to information, learn something by visually or taking an impact by reading it, but by also saying, let's take that information and now let's put it into action so now you can concretely learn it faster. See, that's what we teach here. We teach you how to be simple. We teach you how to take steps that are very, very simple that lead you to learn things at a faster, more rapid pace, so that'll assist you in being able to build whatever it is that you're doing faster, stronger, quicker, and just cut your learning curve down, because obviously this is a learning curve. We're going to be talking about stuff like doing some personal work on yourself, and just some of the different things that we'll be talking about on this call is going to be like able to assist you, like the 7 steps we're going to help you to an awesome testimonial. Because honestly, people just want to know who you are, what you're about. Within 30 seconds, boom, you're in and out, and we're going to teach you how to become a pro. Because that's what we do here. We teach people how to become pros. You know, when you start as a person who's, maybe you're into sports, your goal is to go from amateur to pro. Maybe you're at your job. When you first started out, you were an amateur. Somebody had to show you the ropes, and quickly you developed your own style. You became a pro. So I love that. You know, that's been our motto, go pro. That's even one of the books that I don't know if Coach has it on hand right now, but you know, that's the Bible. That's what we follow, is being to be able to go pro. Now, here's the difference. I got to give you this. As an amateur, I'll just use Tiger Woods as an example. As an amateur, Tiger Woods made no money as an amateur. The next following year that he went pro, he was a millionaire. So obviously, you don't want to stay in amateur status. You want to be able to say, okay, today I'm an amateur. I'm new at whatever, something brand new, but I'm willing to go out and do the due diligence to learn what it is that I need to learn in order to become that pro. See, that P-R-O. We want to become a pro, right? Because pros get paid. So with that being said, I want to turn right back over to you, Coach.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. And you're saying something about going pro, and I had the book up there. With that also being said, I like to bring somebody out who's actually in the midst of going pro herself and having some breakthroughs. Before we get actually into this quick training, and I'm going to bring Dana out real quick. Dana, do you have any words, any mindset, or anything that's happening for you that you can bring to the people that can give them some value? So with this being said, this is a leader on our team, shining bright star, making tremendous moves and helping out a tremendous amount of people. With that being said, Dana, the floor is yours.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay? This is Dana Cruzan. I'm from Wrightwood, California. And you know, you hear a lot of people talking about nothing's going to happen until you change yourself. And I, for one, have found that to be totally true. I started reading The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And I read that about 2 weeks ago. And I've been practicing that, and I've been doing lots of hypnosis, lots of meditation videos, and since then I have just blossomed. I'm happy every day. I'm ready to start the day, and I'm finding that I'm getting a lot of people that are attracted to me because I've changed. And you hear it over and over again. If you're in network marketing or all over the internet, you hear, you know, everybody's doing the same thing, but they're not being successful. And I'm like, yeah, right, personal development. Well, you know what? I finally did it, and now I get it. I get it. It has just changed my life. And I'll go on into that in a little bit, but I just wanted to say personal development will change your life.
Awesome, awesome. And what we'll do for you all, as you all stay to the end of this hangout, we'll give you something that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars to you over your career in this industry. So we'll give you that nugget. Let me write it down. Nugget before we end this call. So now, with that being said, I would be amiss to not start this without also having Queen D come out and kind of give us some word or some verbiage or some love or some passion, what she has. She's somebody who has a huge team. Matter of fact, everybody you see here is within her team. She's definitely a leader here and has a heart of gold and somebody I definitely look up to and love running fast forward with her and breaking things in the interim. So with that being said, Queen D, any words that you have for us before we go into the training?
Thanks, Coach. Thanks for that introduction. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Loud and clear. Awesome. Awesome. First of all, I want to thank Anthony for always adding wisdom and adding word to anything he does. And Dana, unbelievable transformation that I've seen in you over the last couple of weeks. I know that it's been a bit of a struggle for you, and I know that you have resisted some things, but when you made the commitment to just say, I'm worth it, it was just unbelievable, the change that came over you, and I know that you're going to continue to grow and grow and grow. All I can say, and the best advice that I can give to anybody is, no matter what you've learned in this industry, whether you're brand new or not, the secret, you want to know what the secret is? Keep it simple. Keep everything simple. The message never changes. We work as a team together to share a message, and the message always remains the same. The only difference is the person that is sharing the message, and we all do that in a unique way. But we have a blueprint, we have a path, we have support, we have training, and our intention always is to keep it simple so that anybody can have success and anybody can make the time to work on themselves, to grow themselves, and to share a message with other people that uplifts them and also uplifts us. So yeah, I'm thrilled to be on this team. I'm thrilled to be working with each and every one of you and looking forward to massive growth in the future. Back to you, Coach.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Queen D. And as we start to get in this training, I'm going to give you, or we're going to give you a 7-step process of how this works. But before we do that, we're going to actually, because we met maybe about 10 or 15 minutes before this, did the steps, had people break for 5 or 10 minutes, and then come back to it. So we're going to basically go over this formula here, each one. Then I'll go into the 7 parts because I like to give it to you, and you'll see it probably without even knowing it, and then I'll break it down to you so it'll make more sense and you'll retain it a lot longer in that state. So we have no setup about who's going to go first or last. So we'll start with whoever wants to jump out there, and you can start with going over your part of the 30-second testimonial, give or take a few seconds here, and then we'll just keep rolling, go into the training, and stay in flow. Who wants to go first? Okay, that means I'll go first. Go ahead, Action.
Yeah, I'll step out of here. You know, we like to keep things super simple, guys. Coach is going to lay down a 7 basic. You know, it's just questions. What you want to be doing. We're going to keep it so simple. We're going to bring some people out who have never done this before, who are scared to death to talk in front of people, and they're even talking in front of a computer. You know what makes this even more difficult is to talk into a video screen. One of the reasons that I'm able to do that is because when I was younger, I actually worked at a radio station in college, and at a college when I was way younger, and that's even more difficult to talk into dead air. So you're talking in the dead air. There's nobody there to work off of. You know, at least we got people in this hangout, which is beautiful to see where this technology is going. So with that, I'm just going to start off and tell you, who I am. I'm like I told before, my name's Anthony Jackson. They call me AJ the Action Man. And my background, I come from a small town in upstate New York known as Rochester, New York, Kodak Country. And what I've done is I actually worked in corporate America for several years in my younger days, said that there had to be something more because I said I looked at folks that were doing the things that I was doing that I aspired to be doing. They were just about 10 or 15 or 20 years older than me, but they were just a lot more, let's put it this way, unpleasant. They seemed like they had a lot of burden on their shoulders. And I was a young man who was like, man, I was happy-go-lucky. And I said, well, that's really not for me. And I had a choice because at the time, while I saw the corporate thing, I also had family members who owned businesses. And so I saw that as my route. And I got into the hair industry. I started working in the shop, got my license, and started barbering. I've owned a shop now for well over 18 years now. And then I started several other traditional businesses, but was looking for a way to retire, right? I was looking for a way to build my retirement nest egg because standing on your feet, well, while it's great, I enjoyed doing folks' hair, making them look beautiful, making them look different, making them seeing the self-pride happen with them and how they felt. That's all great. At the end of the day, you can only do that for so long. And so I started to look for opportunities all over the place. I was going to seminars after seminars after seminars, and I started to engage in this industry, this non-traditional business industry known as network marketing or MLM, and I joined the company. And then I joined another company, and one in my backyard, which I've been with now. At the time, it was like, you know, I've been with that company now for like 11, 12 years. Well, I picked up the phone, made a phone call to my good friend, Coach Armand here. We missed each other in the summer, reconnected back in September. Now, mind you, this is several years we haven't talked to each other. And it was like we just finished where we just left off. He said, you know what, I got something you need to take a look at. I said, well, I'm always open. I keep my options open. I took a look at it on the website. I said, wham, bam, look, if you're talking about this, I'm with this. Got started, really didn't pay attention for a couple of months, but started noticing on my Facebook feed how the team was succeeding, how people, regular people like, you know, regular individuals were just who never had sex before. Sorry, take that. Who never had success. You might, I don't know if you never had sex, but never had success, right? And I'm telling you, these people were having so much success. They were hitting levels, and that being said, they never had any success before in this industry, and they were just having success after success, and this team was just doing things. We had I think we're well over 100 families who have changed their lives, hitting multiple significant levels in the company and earning significant cash flow. So that being said, I started paying more attention, right? And while I started paying more attention to that, I started looking at this company at a really deeper level, right? And then all of a sudden I started having success because one day I got a phone call from the beach, and they're like, congratulations, Action. You have just now hit the first. I was like, what? I did what? How did I do that? Right? This team built. And that was just what solidified it for me. So I got started at the platinum level, which was like a $100 investment. And I made that decision rather quickly because who brought it to me? My good friend, of which I really trusted. And then look what it's turned out to be right now. It's been a crazy ride. We're just riding this wave, and we're helping tons of people have success. So with that being said, man, I just turn it back over to you, Coach.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. And I'll just share my testimony with you. My name is Armand Bright. I'm down here in Southern California. And basically, I come from the industry of being in the hospital, working in an operating room, where it's fast-paced. I work along an anesthesiologist, and it's fast-paced. We have codes. We have different emergencies, so I definitely always have to be up on my toes. Now, before I got involved with this team or was looking at this, I was looking at a way that I could have more time because I work a lot of hours, being that I'm in the OR, and that means I don't have a lot of time. So I was looking at a way where I could shift that equation, where I could have more time where I could spend with my wife, that I could enjoy life. Now, I got a call from a buddy, a partner, a mentor, Franco, who told me he was getting involved with something. So I made the decision, and I got started. When I got started with this, I got started at the platinum package, which was $99.95. Now, I did a little due diligence with this, asked some questions once I got in so I could do due diligence. And basically, I asked, how soon could I get that $99.95 back? Within my first week, I started having some success. I hit the first level of leadership, and in 2 months in, I was able to hit the second level of leadership. So I did answer that question for myself. Now, just want to share that with you. That's my testimonial. And next up, whoever's up, go ahead and rock and roll. Thank you for your time and attention.
Okay, I'll jump on board next. Hi, my name is D. Gavinette. I'm from Vancouver, BC, up in Canada.
Go Canada!
Yay, Canada! Go! Oh, Canada is what it is.
All right, so Canada. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I've been involved in this industry in one way or another for, it seems like, forever. My background is in the service industry. I've worked in the hospitality industry as a bartender and waitress most of my adult life, and I loved it. I actually really enjoyed that work because I love working with people, and I also like to have conversations with people. So it was a great atmosphere for doing that. However, I could never stay in one place too long. I could hang out for maybe about 3 years at one place, and then I would have to move to another place because I would feel myself growing stagnant. So I needed to move, and I discovered through all that, through years of doing that, that I wanted to travel. I just needed to be have freedom of location, and I looked for ways for years to make that happen. Not only because I wasn't built to stay in a job for 40 years. I was built to be free, but also I wanted to travel. I needed that that freedom to move around. So this industry was how I knew that I would get there, but it took me years and years and years to find something that I could actually wrap my mind around, because I'm not a numbers person. I'm not analytical. I'm a relationship type of person. So when I hooked up with a Simple Freedom team, I heard that message. I heard that message of simple freedom. I got to know my mentor and dear friend now, Franco, and came to trust him. Came to trust that his intention was to help people break free, whatever that means to you. His intention was to keep it as simple as possible, so that somebody who's never been in this industry could get into this industry and do it, and also to support and train those existing network marketers that out there that have been struggling for years, like I had. I was confused. I was information overloaded. I was in doubt that I could actually do this. So when this team build came along and Franco hooked up with me and he said, "We're doing this," because I trusted him, I said, "Okay," and I just got in. I got in at the the $100 level. It's just under $100. I plugged into the support. I plugged into the training that's all included for $100. I mean, it's not even $100. And I started to see success right away, which was a first for me. I mean, I had sold a couple of high-ticket items in my life, in my career in this industry, but that was always a grind where you had to sell all the time. This team build allowed me to do what I do best, and that's to build a team and support a team and be there for a team and help them every step of the way. So I've built a team, I've created some residual income, first time ever, and since joining in January, I've been able to hit the second level of leadership in this company, with this company that we're building the team build in. And I'm very, very close to hitting the third level of leadership, which is very, very exciting for me. But what's more exciting is that my teammates are seeing success, because I wouldn't be successful if it weren't for the fact that they're having success as well. So it's exciting. I know that this is going to work. I know that we're going to be here for a long time, and we're family. We're family here. We work together as a team, and we help each other build and grow, financially, spiritually, in all ways. So yeah, I'm really excited. Thanks for letting me share.
Awesome, awesome. And whoever wants to come out next,
I'll go next.
go ahead.
Okay, now I'm going to be reading this because I'm one of the people that the first time doing this, so I'm going to be reading. So if I don't look at the camera, I'm sorry. Hi, my
I,
name is Dana Cruzan, and I'm from Wrightwood, California, which is a small mountain town in Southern California. My background is in corporate America, and I got tired of layoffs, got tired of being stuck in a cubicle. I decided that I wanted to find a way to make it on my own, and being I live in a really small town, I wanted to work from home and be able to enjoy the beauty. So before I found Simple Freedom, I was in a few other programs, but I had no success, no support, didn't make any money, spent a lot of money, so I quit. Um, Dee Gabinette approached me about this, and she said that Franco had started this new program, and I was apprehensive, of course, because, I was just like, oh my God, another program. But when I heard that it was about helping others and that I was going to have a team to support me and help me every step of the way, I totally jumped in. I joined at the $100 platinum level, and I plugged into all of the great sources and training that were provided to our team for free, and it was amazing. I followed the simple strips provided and started sharing with my friends and met other people, like-minded people, on social media, and I reached the rank of D3 pretty quickly, so my business is now free. And it's really, really great to see our team we're almost 2,200 now, and how everyone is succeeding and growing and helping others, and we're all earning residual income. Since that time, I've added a nonprofit wolf rescue to my team. Animals are my passion, and I've been working with this rescue for quite a while. And they joined Simple Freedom so that they can earn money to move the sanctuary to Colorado, which is going to better the lives of the wolves. And that's my niche. I'm going to be helping rescues because rescues never have enough money, so I want to help rescues to earn money to better the lives of their animals. My biggest breakthrough in all of this has been working on myself. And I was very negative Nelly. I was always complaining. I was always whining. Nobody wanted to talk to me. And then Dee Gabinette came to California for an event. We went on a road trip, and she shared the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And I read that book, and it changed me. It changed who I am. It changed how I think. And I'm happy. I have better relationships. My business is taking off because I'm attracting the right kind of people now. So I finally get it. I finally get it. And, you can't help others until you help yourself. And our team is all about helping others. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Awesome. That's a home run hitter right there. Last but definitely not least, we're going to have Queen Dorothy come out, who actually was featured on a hangout we just did, I think a day or 2 days ago, and she came out and gave words. So, Queen Dorothy, it's your time.
Thank you. Wow. How do I measure up to everybody before me? Oh my goodness. My name is Dorothy Johnston, and I'm from Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. Walking distance to the bay. My background for like the 30 years, ever since I was a teenager, has always been in customer service. I have 30 years retail management. The last 4 years I'm with the Carpenters Union. So I always knew that there was a better way. Always knew that there had to be something more than getting up at the butt cracker early and driving in all this traffic and then going to work and busting your hump for somebody who gives you very little in regards, and then fighting traffic coming home. By the time you get home, it's 9, 10 o'clock at night, and that's what stops a lot of people is time, or you don't have enough of it. And so before I came here, I was just like deadbeat tired, literally deadbeat tired. I saw a little post from Trisha Barnes, oh, she's a phenomenal person. But I saw a little post from her, and I asked her a couple questions, and that's actually how I came on board with the Simple Freedom, and I loved it. I made the decision. Sometimes I'm impulsive, and I'll just like jump feet first and then look at it later. And in this case, that's exactly what I did. I put out the $99 for the platinum package, and I jumped in, and it's been a great ride ever since. I learned from all the phenomenal leaders that we have. I mean, everyone on this panel, I can relate to everything that you've said. Um, but where I'm going from here is up. I'm going up. I'm going forward. I'm going to take what I'm learning and I'm going to instill it in my granddaughter that you don't have to be stuck with the masses. You know, you have to break free. You have to do for yourself. You don't have to, follow the dictatorship of others because they're not getting anywhere. They're still stuck in that hamster wheel of the rat race, and I don't want that for her, and I don't want that for myself, and I don't want that for my team. I want them to see that they can do this. This is simple. You can do this.
Freaking awesome. That is fire. That is passion. I definitely felt that, and I want to touch bases before we go into these 7 steps because we're in the flow, we're in the now, in the moment, and I don't know if I was reading. A matter of fact, I think I was reading it somewhere, but they were showing some facts, and it grabbed my attention about Eminem, who's a famous rapper. And it shared 7 different things that you didn't know about Eminem. And the thing that stood out to me was that when he was first starting to rap, he used to stay up late at night and study the dictionary so that he could build his language, build his verbs, build his way to speak, to touch people and impact people in a better way. And basically that's what we're doing, because had you had the chance to see this when we were all just kind of going through this very briefly in a 5-minute format, and to see what's going on right now, I said, this is the power of a 30-second testimonial. But the 30-second testimonial is only a start. Once you learn that, and it doesn't take that long because we took about 10 minutes to go through what I'm going to show you here in a second. And when we first did it, pretty much everybody had like maybe 15 seconds, 20, 30 seconds, maybe a minute at most if they had practiced this before. And now I believe everybody could go on for 5 or 10 minutes. So this is how you can expand upon your story. But if you're in an elevator or a hangout, you can condense it. And we're going to give you the things that can go ahead and help you to do that. But first, I'm going to do this, and hopefully, let me ask you this. Action, anybody, can you all see me right now or no? Okay, awesome. Okay, on my end, I can't see, so no worries. I'm glad I asked that because we're in the moment. Now, with that being said, the 7 parts of this is the power of a 30-second testimonial. The first thing is going to be your name, as you heard everybody come out and say that. The second thing is going to be where you're from. The third is going to be the background. The fourth is going to be perhaps a limited belief, time, money. Before you got involved with whatever it was with us at Simple Freedom, before you got involved, what were you thinking? What were you looking for? And then number 5 is going to be how you started. You see, we said we got started at the platinum package and how much that initial investment was. The action you took, those kind of go hand in hand together. Number 5, how you got started, and the action you took. I made a decision. I got started at the platinum package for $99.95. And then the results that you attained, basically speaking your vision out there, what levels of leadership you were able to accomplish, where you're looking to go, what you see here, and relating that in the package to everybody. So I'll go over it really quick because I know you're taking notes right now. It's 7 parts. I want to say this about this training. This training didn't come from me. I actually was on a call a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month and a half, and I received this training. But that's great. When you receive training, you want to implement it. And as you're implementing, applying it, learn it, teach it at the same time, because as you teach and coach it, that's when you start to ingrain it in. So number 1 is going to be the name, your name. Number 2 is where you're from. 3 is your background. 4 is your limited belief, meaning time or money, before you got to wherever. 5 is how you got started with your particular company or position, the action you took in getting started, and 7 are the results. I encourage you to write this out, to start practicing it, and you'll see how you'll have a systematic, formatted way of delivering your message to reach and touch people. And then you'll be able to do it like Action or D or Dana did or Dorothy, where you can take that 30-second and depending on the marketplace you're in, one-on-one, a hangout, a conference call, you'll be able to deliver that to the people. And I said I was going to give you a gift, and then I'll ask everybody to come out to let us know what they thought about this process, what they learned, what nuggets of value they can add to everybody. But I want to bless you with something that can help you and can be worth tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of dollars to you in your business and for your team. Now, we say we look to help you to build whatever you're building bigger, quicker, and easier, and we mean that. But also, at the same token, this training was definitely for our team, but you see we did it in a format to assist you to have value in the marketplace. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you a training that is not company specific, it's not company dependent. Basically, it's a generic call, but the whole thing behind it is for people that aspire to be entrepreneurs, that want to grow themselves in life, no matter if you want to be the best housewife you want to, the best house husband you want to, the best uncle, dad, mother, sister, brother, whatever it is. Now, this call is done Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time a.m., but 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. The number for that call is 712-432-0900. Again, 712-432-0900. The PIN is 565762#. And if you can't attend it live, then the number is 712-432-0990. The PIN is the same, which is 565762#. And I'm giving this as a gift for you for hanging out here, but also understand this. This is something for my personal teammates. I asked them when they join me to plug into this call for 90 days because this is all about growth. And we can show you the how-tos, the 7 steps on how to make it, but until you have a why of why you're doing this, just like Dana has a why, just like Queen Dorothy has a why, Queen D, Action has a why, and we have a why, guess what? Until you get that why, and that why should make you cry, you will consistently meet resistance and not know how to overcome that. So with that being said, I don't want to hog this call up, but I just want to give it to all the panelists here. First off, I just want to thank you all for showing up and showing out, and I'm just really impressed with what you all came out with, and want to ask you all, maybe 2 minutes each, what you gained from this, and anything you can give to people that might be looking at this right now.
I'll go ahead, Coach. What you just, this exercise itself just opened up, like I said, it opened up a lot of things in my mind. It reminded me of trainings that I'd had years and years ago that impacted me, and it really got my thought process going again. I'll admit I'm still nervous about speaking on these hangouts, and like Action said, it's, you know, talking to a computer is not easy. I'm so much more comfortable talking one-on-one in person to people. But geez, now I've lost my train of thought again. You had said something. Oh yes, you were talking about personal development and your why, and how your why, if it doesn't make you cry, it's not big enough. My why personally is that I want time freedom and freedom of location so I can travel. But since the last event, which are very, very, very live events, which are very important to get to, I realized that the deeper why that keeps me doing what I'm doing are the people that I can impact, are the people that I can inspire. And listening to Dana's testimonial made me cry. It made me cry. And then we passed it over to Dorothy, and she was just in flow. She was really, really nervous when we were not live. She was nervous about doing this, and she was just in flow. And just to experience that made me cry. And this is why I do what I do. Ultimately, in the big picture. In the big picture, this is why I do it. Yes, we get paid. Yes, we've got great training. Yes, we have an amazing group of people and family here, but we're here to impact other people and watch and celebrate our team grow. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Wow. Anybody else want to come out?
I'll go next.
Rock and roll.
Value I got from this was just, I'm in a mode of growth right now, and I'm in a mode of finding myself, and this just, I logged onto my computer, I hadn't been on it all day, and there was a message to be on a hangout, and I was like, cool, and I just went with it, and getting these steps is really, really helpful to me because, I can get on the videos. I do videos all the time and talk, but this is a little bit more detailed, and it helps me to share the steps about my journey, and it can help others to do the same thing. So I got a lot of value out of it, and I thank you for inviting me to this, and I hope that it helps others.
Absolutely, absolutely. And thank you for showing up and showing out.
I have to agree. I have been gone from my computer all day, and I got home and I saw the post that you had put up there about a training and can we get on board on Sunday, and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking it's next Sunday, but here it was 15 minutes later, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I just sign myself up for? There is value. Because yes, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about being in front of a camera, even though I know I'm talking to my teammates, to my family. But it's out there for the entire internet world to see. So, it's a confidence building thing that we're doing, and everybody has to go through it. So, and Dana, I am going to get that book, Power of Your Subconscious Mind, Joseph Murphy. So I'm going to look for that. So, yes. Back
awesome.
To you.
Awesome.
Dorothy, one quick thing, Dorothy or anybody else, if you go to my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/Dana Cruzan, there is an audio there of the whole book.
Oh,
so
cool.
You can actually listen to it.
Okay.
Hope that helps you out.
It does. Thank you.
There's a golden nugget right there and a nice bonus. So I guess I'm gonna turn it up right now. Guys, you've already seen what's going on from people who are just brand new. I mean, really, honestly, Dorothy kind of just took the ball, and I'm so proud of her because she just did that in like 10 minutes. You see what a 10-minute exercise? Because it's just about getting comfortable, and it's just about feeling like, this is not a lot of pressure. You're not in school. You're not going to get slapped with the ruler. I know some of you might be like, some of you in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, some might be in the 80s. You remember that teacher that you better get it right now, young man and young lady. Listen, it's not like that. Here, this is all about you doing the work. You got to do the personal work, right? This is about becoming the best you today, right? In the moment today. So when you see what Dana's doing, Dana's in the moment. She's doing her personal work. She has a new zest for life, and she chooses. You heard what she said? I'm happy, because she chooses to be happy. You'll hear Coach Armand. We don't think we're not regular people. We're going through we're going through life just like everybody else. Myself, Queen D, Dorothy, everybody's going through life. But you can choose. And that's what God gave you. He gave you the power to choose. So you can choose the negative side, you can choose the positive side. Now, will I tell you if you spout up a bunch of positive things all the time, that's going to make you feel better? Sure. Is there a time to mourn, a time to be angry, a time to be sad? Sure, but you can't live in that space. What you have to do is you have to really take a look and say to yourself, what was it that I was supposed to learn? What am I learning now? Because here's what's going to be so difficult for you. If you don't learn it today, it becomes more difficult in the future. or future present. And I can attest to that, having not done the work earlier on, but then choosing to do the work. I said a decision I made over 12, 13 years ago helped me connect with a guy named Coach Armand, right, at an event called Breakthroughs to Success. And from that event, I had never gone to the other side of the country, so I had never been to California. I'd been in New York. I never had any want or need to go to California. And then within 6 months of that 6-month period of that first experience, I've been to California 4 different times in 6 months. So a lot of people say, well, how do you do it? How did you do that? Well, I just chose to do it, i.e. the decision we all talked about on this call here today, right? Making a decision, because what you focus on, that becomes what becomes reality. So I chose to make a decision to go over there. Yeah, it was scary, and it was the best decision ever. I made a lifelong brother. I made lifelong friends. I got to see a whole nother part of the country I never would have gone to see. And the first time, I got to tell you guys this, I bamboozled a guy. That's so funny. He knows what I'm talking about. I bamboozled a guy. I said, yo, you're going to learn the techniques, man. We need the how-tos. You heard Coach talk about the how-tos, right? We could tell you all day long how to do something. Doesn't really matter. I bamboozled him because that's what he wanted to know, the how-tos. I said, man, this guy right here, he knows the how-tos. We got to do this, right? I signed up, made a $1,000 decision. I can put that out there because at that time, that was a difficult number for me to manipulate in my head to be giving up, right? And so I was like, wow, I made that decision, went to California. I'm sharing this story because it's so funny to look at it today, where I'm at today. Had I not made that decision, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't know the people I know today. I wouldn't have been able to connect with the people today. I wouldn't be able to grow and personally develop like I have today. I wouldn't have been in this industry as long as I have been today, and I would have never learned to actually come out and speak. And not that I have a problem talking, but speaking in a manner that is more of a professional level, where you're actually not just talking at people, but actually communicating with people. You see, Dorothy may communicate in a totally different manner, and it's up to me to pick up on the manner that which she communicates, right? And reverb back. Is that what you're saying to me? So people always like to talk, but they don't like to listen. And that was very difficult. That was a lesson that I had to learn. I don't know about you, but in school they didn't have listening 101 as a class to go to. So that's what we teach you how to do. How to get quiet, how to listen to yourself. You heard Dee talk about it, you heard Dana talk about it, and now you heard Dorothy talk about it. You listen to that heart inside you, what really sings, the parts you've been closed up, the parts you had masked off. You walk around with this mask, I'm so hard, I just go out here and do my job, and da-da-da, you have your family, I do it for my family, you got this hard mask on, and we tell you to go inside deep, and you're just like, I don't want to go there. I didn't want to go there either. I still don't want to go there sometimes. But in that point, when you do go there, that's when the breakthroughs happen. That's when you get free. That's when everything you said is not coming to you starts coming to you. You're like, whoa, what happened? I never could see that before. That's because you were looking at the world with rose-colored glasses. Take them off and you get clear. So with that being said, I'm turning it back over to you, Coach.
Woo! Les Brown is in the house.
You crazy.
Action Jackson. And you know what? I'm sitting there, I'm taking in what you're saying, Action. We'll wind this up in the next 5 minutes. Man, bro, I so believe in everybody here. Got emotions going on right now. This is definitely why we do what we do. I'm looking, and Action, I see behind you because you're speaking words of encouragement, words of increase, multiplying into people, speaking to them in their man-giant self or their woman-giant self. And I look behind you, brother, and you got a little bit of personal development behind you, your library there.
I got one bookshelf, I got like 5 of them now, and I'm telling you where I learned that from. Again, told you a decision. I went to this gentleman's house. He was a millionaire, right? He opened his house to us, 36 individuals. He started off and said, today you guys don't know each other. By the time Sunday comes, you're not going to want to leave here. You're going to be crying, boo-hooing. I'm going to miss you guys. I never met these people. I want you to understand. The first day when I got there, and it was brand new. So he invited us to his home, and he said, you know what? Let me tell you something. The measure of how far you're going to go is the measure of your library. And that's what started me off. 1 DVD, 1 CD, 1 book at a time. He said, any question that you're going to have, you're going to be able to go to your library. You're not going to need to go outside of yourself. You go to that library and you're going to get the answers. You're going to have conversations with people, and things are just going to start to make sense to you. They're going to start to click. As Dee had a conversation with Dana on a road trip that took place because they decided to go to an event. You're not hearing me. Maybe you're not hearing me, so I'm going to let you focus in on what I just said. Dee made a decision. Dana made a decision to go to an event. They connected at an event. And from that event, I started to follow them on Facebook. We about to go on a trip. We ain't going to go on a trip. Like, I'm like, oh, wow, they're going on a trip. They started posting up stuff, and I'm like along for the ride on a journey of their lives, watching the trip through this now technology or platform we call Facebook. That was non-existent like 15 years ago. Think about that. What platforms are actually going to be helping us connect around the world in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Why is it important? Well, it's important because you really start to understand how really small the globe is now because of what this technology has been able to do. Now, you can stay in your cocoon. I get that. You can stay in your own home, in your own little city, and you could be where you're at, and that's fine. But if you came here to have more, be more, and do more, well, you're going to follow the steps that we tell you to do, and that's basically learn, do, teach. Isn't that what Coach Armand just broke down? You know, we just break down LDT, baby. Learn, do, teach. I'm learning something, which we did. We took 5 minutes. We made a decision. We did it, right? Because I don't like to do it, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna follow this exercise. I'm open. I'm coachable. I did the exercise, and other ideas came, and you know, my story, you know, different parts of your story. And then as your story develops, right? As your story develops, now you can change now you can go in and out of your story because it's yours. You know it. Nobody else knows it. You don't have to feel funny about it. It's your story that you're telling, and don't have to feel no kind of way about telling your story. So I'm super proud of Dana. I'm super proud of Dorothy because it's their first time, especially Dorothy. And I don't know if you could feel when she started to get into it, talking about being stuck here and coming home dead tired. I mean, I felt that, right? I've been there before, right? For all the wrong reasons. But when you start doing it for the right reasons, your family, when you start doing it for the right reasons, like, look, I don't want my grandkids, kids, whatever, to experience this type of lifestyle. When you start doing it for those reasons, trust and believe the how-tos always come. Trust and believe. Now, in the beginning, I didn't believe that stuff. I was like, yo, tell me how to do it. I'm telling you, just tell me simply 1, 2, 3. I don't care how, we tell you to do it. At some point, you're going to say, that's just way too easy, Action. D, it can't be that simple. Coach Armand, I mean, I know there's more to it. You do way more than that. And we're telling you, no, we don't. No, we don't. We constantly learn and evolve in this industry. It's way bigger. Maybe we want to do some different things. Maybe Dana shared with you how she wants to assist, you know, the rescuers. You know, I don't know what your passion is, but find that and hold on to that. And then with that, rock out with this team, and we can definitely, as together, make it a reality for you.
Wow. Man, talk about bringing the heat. Queen D, I'm going to bring you out. I'm just going to quickly state something just for some housekeeping because we have teammates, and any one of our teammates could have been here, but we stay in flow. I might come out with the idea. Somebody might come out with the idea, and in a moment, we can take it to the public. So whoever invited you on this hangout, know we run in the same family. We run on the same team. We have a code of honor here with Simple Freedom, and we're going to ask you to get back to the person that invited you to this hangout. That's just the way we roll. We'll be doing the same thing for you. So whoever brought you to the dance here today, to take a look at what we had or just take a look at some of our training, plug back into that person. With that being said, Queen D, any last words? You want to take us out or anything you'd like to add?
I would just like to thank Anthony for that amazing coaching session. If you were paying attention, you know that's worth it's priceless stuff. I want to thank you, Coach, for just for being you. Your mind never stops. You're constantly looking for ways to help the team and to bring value to the marketplace. I love it. I'm honored to be running with each and every one of you. And keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Keep your intentions on keeping it simple and helping other people to do exactly the same.
Awesome. With that being said, we appreciate you all coming to this training slash hangout slash coaching session. Everybody here, you rocked it. Thank you for showing up, showing out. My name is Coach Armando with Simple Freedom. I look forward to connecting with you all soon. Bye for now.